Well, the cars are about to be released out onto the circuit. This grid, not based on a race result, incidentally, based on the second half of the qualifying session. The reason for that being that some cars have two drivers, so one driver does one race, the second driver obviously will do the other one, and to work out a grid, the first 10 minutes sort out race one, the drivers in question can swap over, and then it's the second 10 minutes of the qualifying period that give you the grid for race number 2. Mike Robinson on pole position. He was one of the front runners first time around, Barry Lee.
And if you can understand what you've just said, I don't know what. But fantastic race, as you said, David. It is really, really close, interesting. As you say, not far. There's our man with the left foot in the right position. But when he overtakes somebody on the inside and they're on the outside, you'll see him move his left foot over and kick his door to shove the man out of the way. We saw that in the last race because he actually spun somebody out doing that. That's Anthony Robinson in the 602cc Citroën 2CV.
Or De
Chevaux, which
right.
De is Ern is 1 in France, De is 2. Yep. So what is Chevaux?
Horses.
Horses.
So 2 horses, 2 horsepower.
2 horsepower. Well, I've learnt something this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you all have at home, because that's very, very interesting. In about another half an hour, we'll be coming to rolling start when we're starting this race, I think.
Because this, as I say, is not the fastest category around Mallory Park. We did work out in the first race there was no real discernible change in speed between what they did on the rolling start lap and what they did at the start of the race. But mock not, because this is great low-cost racing, and it is a category that not only has sprint races, there are 2 driver endurance races and the 24-hour race every year at Snetterton as well.
I tell you, David, all these cars, we take the mickey out of them, but they're very, very exciting racing, and every professional driver lines up to try and do the 24-hour race at Silverstone in these De Chevaux Citroën 2CVs.
May we?
603 horsepower on Michelin X tyres, which are about 4 inches wide. Only, here we go. Flag is up, it's down, and off we go.
So, the man that gets the better start, Mike Robinson, who leads the pack of tin snails down towards Gerrard's for the first time then, all separated by a string of onions at the moment as they dive into Gerrard's. On board here with Anthony Robinson, looking for a way past as they go towards the Stemi Straight for the first time.
I hope the leader doesn't leave a slimy trail, because otherwise the second, third and fourth place man will spin straight off. Once again, look, they're all together in a heap. Level 42 car is going to do a bit of rally crossing, and the other car as well, the red car, I can't see his number at the moment, he's doing a longer bit of rally crossing.
Well, all this grew out at 2CV Cross. That's where the original regulations came from. The very first 2CV race was here at Mallory Park. They're 3 wide in the middle, 1 all over the grass. That's a novel line.
Are
they all going to miss him? Yeah.
Okay.
I think that worked. There's another one on the grass as well. Right, down to the hairpin. Common sense is about to break out, I think. Is it? Possibly. So, leaders through the hairpin. Sammy Fritchley trying to gain places. Number 3 there, Alec Graham in the car Michael Burgess drove in the first race. We haven't got a leader yet because they've been side by side for most of the lap. Into the Devil's Elbow they come now. And so as they make their way up now towards the completion of lap 1, I reckon it's going to be number 10, Sammy Fritchley, who leads the way, but only just. Let's see. Over the line, Sammy Fritchley does lead. Anthony Robinson is second, and this is Anthony's view down towards Gerrard's. That's the outside. That's not going to work. He wants the inside line now. Door left wide open.
Don't lift.
You're joking, aren't you? One of these. No
Level
choice.
42 going round the outside.
And stays on the outside. And stays third. And we've got 4 of them for the lead now. That gap Sammy Fritchley had has gone. And David O'Keefe in car 42 slipping back now down into 4th place. Phil Myers is 5th and everybody else is 6th. Now this is what the rolling start should have looked like. The 4 at the front, 2 by 2, down towards the S's. Sammy Fritchley leads the way, and David O'Keefe in 42 goes blasting round the outside, almost runs out of road and should gain a place there.
Yes, very much so, almost runs out of road, but there again, he kept the motor on. When you say, oh look, there's our inboard camera. Level 42 car on the outside, watch his gear change now, chonk. Go on my son, bonk now. Blimey, they rev it, don't they?
Just think of those G-forces.
Yeah, exactly. GG forces.
The 2 Gs.
Look, 3 in a row. Who wants better motorsport than this? Look.
And that's for third place. Over the line they come. Right, Sammy Fritchley leads the way, just. David O'Keefe second. Now the other car to watch is the red and yellow one. Number 1, Phil Myatt, who's just done the best lap of the race, up into third position. But surely we can't have these two out on their own for much longer. The rest, no doubt, will try to work together, making their way up onto their tail as they come now onto the Stevie Straight. Motor racing does not come much closer than this.
There you are, look, fag paper time. You can't put a fag paper between them. There's no bumpers on these cars or anything else, so they encourage this type of slipstreaming. This is what you call proper slipstreaming. Dives into the right, so does the level 42 car. Second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, all in a line. There's your car, your lead car, and the level 42 car of O'Keefe is second.
And then everybody else fighting for third, and they're not helping one another because they're so busy battling, they're holding each other up.
Oh,
Sammy Fritchley goes wide.
2 going underneath.
Not quite, didn't quite pay off, does it? So as they come out of the corner, Sammy Fritchley still leads the way, but she's got David O'Keefe tucked up behind her. And then this is for third, Philip Myatt there on the inside, the Memorial Stonemason, the man from Stoke-on-Trent, just hangs on to his third place out of the left hand of the Devil's Elbow. But they, as I say, need to work together here because otherwise the top two would have scarpered. Sammy Fritchley has now done the best lap of the race. She leads by half a second. We've got 6 minutes to go. And look, after third place, they're all in one long line.
Yeah, the front two cars are definitely in a league of their own at the moment. Tower car again for our camera car. Stay right on his bumper. Don't try and overtake him yet. Get a pull down the straight. Okay.
Looks across. Time for a wave almost here.
I think he's waiting to change gear. He's got his hand on the gear lever there.
Well, there are the top two then, nose to tail, going into the S's. Look at the way that David O'Keefe in the second place car drags himself up onto the tail of the leader, Sammy Fritchley, as they turn their way now up towards the hairpin once again. Sammy Fritchley fourth in race 1, bit of a lock-up going into the hairpin, loads of tyre spills, he's gone far too wide.
Well, he's got the run, he's kept the momentum up, so, you know, that was a slight mistake there because he locked the brakes up and the car went straight on, but he kept the momentum going, and that's what it's all about.
Through the Devil's Elbow comes Anthony Robinson, started on the front of the grid and has made solid progress backwards.
But do you see when he changed gear then? When it was in whatever gear it was in, he had his hand on it, he twisted it to the right and then shoved it up to the top of the gang. I think it's fabulous. There's no paddles or anything else on there. There's not even a hooter button, but there's 2 lights, an orange and a red. Stop and go, it means.
We've got 5 minutes of the race to go. In other words, we've just nudged the wrong side of half distance. Here they come onto the Stevie Straight, and the 2 Robinsons are now side by side. Now, out of nowhere, the man who is currently in 7th place at number 6, Simon Clark, has just done the fastest lap of the race. So he's another one to look for in all of this. Down through the S's they go. Mike Robinson in car 77.
Simon Clark with the amazing dancing bear. He's 7th, as you said. So possibly he could get up to 3rd. Oh, look at that. Again. That's what you call cadence braking. That was cadence braking, on and off. So when it locks up, you come off. Automatically, when you buy your car with ABS, that is what cadence braking is all about. It does it automatically for you. You saw that being done manually.
Now here come the leaders out of the Devil's Elbow, up over the line. At the back of that second group of cars is number 6. The next one to look for, that of Simon Clark. Through they all go. And number 2, I'm afraid, is a retirement there, stuck by the side of the road at the hairpin, going no further. That's Matthew Hollis. Now, he was the man who won the 2 races at the opening meeting for the championship. He came here as the championship leader, so that's a disaster for Matt Hollis, out of the race at the hairpin. Marshals are there in attendance. Hopefully they can get him going, but it looks a bit serious, that.